This week in show history, 4 years ago today, the Pakistani-American Faisal Shahzad was arrested after trying to detonate a car bomb not very far from our studio in Times Square. He was arrested a little more than 2 days later after the attempt. Customs and Border Protection at JFK Airport grabbed him as he was boarding an Emirates flight to Dubai. The plane was halted minutes before takeoff. His final destination had been Pakistan. And after pleading guilty to a 10-count indictment in June, on October 5th of 2010, Shahzad was sentenced to life imprisonment without the possibility of parole. He was completely compliant. He divulged everything, including his training about how to make bombs at a training camp in Pakistan. And former Missouri Senator Kit Bond was unconvinced of the Taliban link altogether, seemed to think that there was no reason at all to even Mirandize people to try them in court if there is enough evidence to convict them. The most interesting thing about this to me, Lewis, is whenever we have these individual instances, and in the court of public opinion, right? Many times, shows like ours or individual people will comment about the presumed guilt or innocence of a suspect. But the idea that in certain cases, when the suspect is compliant and forthcoming, you don't really need a trial, for example, seems to be, is completely unconstitutional. But it's weird to me that our lawmakers seem so willing in certain cases to just completely throw out the rule of law.
Yeah, it's interesting to think about, because if, let's say, you have a shooter who walks into a busy mall and just opens fire,
right,
and there is no doubt at all that this is the person, they are apprehended, gun in hand, if you will. It's clear what's going to happen, and I don't think it's insane to ask that question in a case like that.
Well, but even then, Lewis, I actually disagree with you, because even in the case you describe, we still need to go through the legal system to see, well, was this person insane? Is there something else that's going on here which would be a mitigating or aggravating circumstance? I mean, even in the such direct example that you suggest, we still would have a trial and should.
Right, and that is constitutional, and then that is the way it should be. But I can still understand people asking the question. But you're right, there could be any number of reasons for that rampage that would not necessarily put this person in prison for life.
This is viewer-supported independent media. Please support our program by going to davidpakman.com/membership and becoming a member today.